Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel, Making Sense of Credit, Making Sense of Making Money Online. I'm Tony Hill. I'm a personal small business credit coach, online marketer, and YouTuber. Hey, welcome to my channel. Hey, this is going to be another quick video. I try to keep my videos, under 10 minutes, 10 minutes or under. And this one's just going to be talking about, like, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak still. And mortgages at an all-time low. And I know people are scrambling trying to get a mortgage. And man, it's kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, the banks have restricted lending, and on the other hand, the mortgages are all-time low. Hey, but before I jump into this, let me do this. Excuse me. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell for upcoming content. Feel free to make a comment if you like. And most of all, share this with your friends and family if you think it's something they can use. All right. Look, I'm going to put this up here. Basically talking about, how being an authorized user may impact getting a mortgage. Being an authorized user can help your scores, especially if the account have a positive payment history, right? When it comes time for applying for a mortgage, however, an authorized user account may do more harm than good. For starters, some mortgage lenders may object to the authorized user accounts in general, especially if you don't have active credit accounts. So generally, if you got only thing that's you got is really authorized user accounts. Look, guys, and I don't know if you watch some of my other video or if you haven't. Generally, if you have less than 5 active files on your own, you're really considered a thin file. That's not a good thing. If you're 30 years old and are an authorized user on your parents' 15-year-old credit card account, a mortgage lender may view the resulting credit score boost as poor measure of your own credit management skills. So yeah, they're going to check a look. Typically it's a lot different than getting a mortgage because, one thing you'll find, and you hear me talk about, credit cards a lot of times have bots. They have parameters that they do and you score and boom, you get a credit card. Mortgage is a little different. They're going to be looking at each file differently. There's no quick scoring system where they're going to pre-approve you. For the most part, some are, some of the larger ones you might come out as a pre-approval until they look everything, pre-qualify until they look at everything to pre-approve you. So just be aware of that. So what's more, the monthly payment on your authorized user account will calculate into your debt to income. So your DTI, which is an important factor in your mortgage underwriting. The higher your DTI, the lower your monthly payment you qualify for, which limits how much you can borrow. And if your DTI is too high, you may not qualify a loan at all. So look, even if you do these authorized lenders, say you get on a parent's or a good friend or a spouse, or maybe you purchase one, want to make sure they have no, they don't have any debt, especially now high utilization. But the whole point is that if that's all you have, you're gonna have a hard time getting a mortgage. Unlike a lot of people are thinking right now. It doesn't make sense to miss out on a house you want because someone else is dead. You get the credit benefit of the account, but aren't legally responsible for paying it off. So it may be best to remove yourself as an authorized user before starting the mortgage process. Look, the other thing too is that the whole point of the authorized user, guys, is this. It's a good starter, especially if you have no credit. And, at the end of the day, helps you get your scores up where you can apply for credit and then get rid of the authorized user. I know some people say, well, it's a family, it might be permanent and it's got great history. That's beautiful. That's perfect. But you want to keep adding trade lines because, once again, just like the mortgage holder was talking about, if that's all you got and not a whole lot else, basically you just piggybacking off someone else's credit. So it might be tough for you to get a mortgage. Here's really the best way to get a mortgage. How to get approved for a mortgage can be tough unless you have a pristine credit or a low DTI. There are, however, some things you can do to improve your chances by the time you apply. Look, I mean, it's pretty simple. Most of you guys, if you're watching this video, you kind of know what to do. Keep your utilization down. It's nothing. Well, make all your payments on time. If you got a few credit cards or whatever, make sure everything is on time. And if you had some old lates and they're recent in the last 6 months, I would really implore you to, go back at those lenders and maybe try to get a goodwill letter to get those 30 days or 60 days off. That'd be a good thing. Once again, get caught up on your payments. This one that says pay collections, that's not necessarily the case because look, this one here says pay off collections. I'm not 100% agreeing with that. Here's the reason why. Because sometimes you may have small collections there, but there's nothing more important. If you guys hear me say this 100 times, is adding new trade lines. If you're 6 months away, maybe a year away, adding new trade lines. The collections, they aren't going anywhere. Let them go out as further as you can, because today you might sell them for 75%, and then down the road you might sell them for pennies on the dollar, 25, 35%. They aren't going anywhere. And a lot of times too, look, you probably get, if you've seen some of my videos, I help people close mortgages every day, and they have a couple, 3, 4 collections on their account. And you go, Tony, why would I want those on there? Because it's more important for you to have that money as a down payment than you to pay off those collections. Because look, if you got a 700 credit score, if you got a 670 credit score, a good job and all of that, they aren't going to care if you got 2 or 3, Verizon bills, whatever the case may be. You'll still get your approval. Now, the only time if you watch a video when you should pay collections, watch that video. I talk about the only time you should pay those collections is when the mortgage company, when you get close, and the mortgage company wants to see those either settled or paid. That's the only time to pay those collections. Outside of that, keep building trade lines. And then also the biggest thing along with your credit is saving a down payment. Look, Chase just went to, which is really, that's a prime bank. So Chase, they're asking for 720 and 20% down. That's not the case with everyone. There's still some 3 to 5% money down, even some almost zero down, depending on the program that you're looking at. But I would say this: if you're going to be putting down, it would be safe for you to start saving at least 3 to 5% down. I tell people, as a safety net, do at least 10% down. Whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year out, you're going to have that. And then also put it in a bank where it's seasoned. Where it's seasoned. The one thing that you must be aware of, and I talk about this in a couple other videos, you have no money in the bank, and all of a sudden you show up with 10 grand as a down payment, 8 grand as a down payment. That looks very skeptical to the mortgage companies. They generally want to see seasoned money, typically 6 months seasoned, that their money's been sitting in an account, and it may not be there now, but you're going to build it up to get there. So look, this is one of the times that that whole I'm going to get an authorized user to get a mortgage. Look, you got to have more than an authorized user. And once again, hopefully you guys are taking that authorized user off and building your primary accounts on your own. So look, this is a short video. I just wanted to drop that, especially for a lot of you that are looking for mortgages and been asking me to kind of do a few more videos about authorized users. This is one of the first ones I've done. But if you also take a look, I did a couple on trade lines, and a respectable company that I send my clients to for trade lines for other stuff outside of mortgages. So if you want to check that out, it'll be in the link below. But look, Tony Hill, making sense of credit, making sense of making money online. Be safe, stay 6 feet away, and please wear your mask. Till next time. Peace, guys.